Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy this February plan with me for 2019. I'm going to start out with some of my supplies, paintbrushes, bowls for water. These are from Watercolors Ceramics on Etsy. I'll link her in the description. Got my tropicals and my Winsor Newman Cotton watercolors. So first of all, I have Jenny Journal's January Plan With Me cover page, and I bought this from her Etsy shop. I thought it looked really cute and matched with the February theme, so I actually have 2 bullet journals, and I decided instead of doing 2 Plan With Me's, I would just do one this month and use her cover spread as the art for the one I use for school and work and things that are more difficult for me. I noticed that I didn't use my bullet journal as much in January, so I'm hoping that doing this easy layout for my school and work planner will make it a lot more likely that I will use it. Now on to my fun and self-care journal. I did a January setup, but I did not do a January plan with me. And in fact, it's kind of ironic because I didn't do a January spread or record my self-care for January, but it was actually because I was doing so much self-care. I have been going to the gym and working out and eating healthy and just doing things that make me feel really good, and I haven't had time to bullet journal because of it. So maybe that's a good thing. Now I'm going to use my Strathmore watercolor pad. I got this from Hobby Lobby, and it's a little bit larger than the bullet journal, so I'm just cutting it down. I found that I actually like the Strathmore a lot more than the Canson lately. It's just a little bit more thicker, durable, and higher quality. So I've been using that in my bullet journal more than the Canson XL water paper. So for my theme, I was trying to think of what to do. All I could think of was hearts. All I could think of was flowers and roses. And so I tried to get some inspiration and ideas. I laid down and let myself daydream, and what I came up with was a love potion. So what I've already sketched out is a cauldron frothing with love potion and a little vial of the love potion that someone has taken down from the shelf. And I am just using my Winsor Newman Indigo watercolors along with the Payne's gray to mix that background. And then this is the Indian red, I believe. It's kind of a brownish color that I'm mixing with some of my tropical brown water set from Confections. And I am just a self-taught watercolor artist. I definitely don't necessarily know what I'm doing or the techniques, but I did a different style for the background with the Payne's gray and the indigo, where I built up the color so it looks a little splotchy, mystical, and watery. And then this, I'm using kind of an ombre effect where I start with the most pigmentation on top and I pull that out with more water as I go down. Right here, I am taking my Dr. P.H. Martin's Hydrus watercolor in white, just filling that in and kind of making a marble effect for the heart. This little flower in the corner was the death of me. I kept trying to make it look more realistic and it kept getting worse. So what you'll see in a minute is that I actually use my bleed proof white paint from PH Martin, which is a little different. It's thicker and it's more white. And I just make little lines all around to express the definition of the flower versus trying to do that with the watercolor. Next up, I'm using my white Uniball Signo gel pen to highlight the background of the Love Potion vial. And I will also use this to do some lettering. And then it turns out I didn't really like it in white, so I put black over it. I am also using my black Unipin pens to do a little detailing on the cauldron and in other areas of the painting that I thought just needed some detail and some work. Right here, I am just making a little vibrant light shining out of the little vial. And I think it just adds a little touch and draws your attention to the main part of the picture. After I write February, it is the fun part, taking off the tape. I also decided to add in a few little details, and I'm not really loving that February writing, so I think I'm going to change it. I get out my other white pen, and it is a paint marker, Posca white paint marker, and I actually spill a ton of it on there. I think this one's kind of a dud, so I try to make it work. It just ended up looking a little thicker than I would have wanted, and I have to dry some areas to make it look more clean. But yeah, after I'm done, then it's time to paste it in. Next up is the important date section. I decided to do this a little bit differently this month. I had noticed that I write all the dates, and then especially for my self-care one, there's really no important dates that I'm looking for. It's just a daily basis habit tracker kind of a journal where I am trying to make sure that I take care of myself. So all I end up writing is just February 14th, Valentine's Day, and Valentine's Day ideas. And then I just write my self-care goals on the left part of the page. If you have not already watched my Etsy haul, be sure to subscribe and watch that because you will see all these stickers I got from amazing shops on Etsy, and it made it so difficult for me to choose which ones to use for this month because I got a lot of pink, cute February Valentine's looking stickers to use in my bullet journal. I also have 3 sets of Valentine stickers in my own Etsy shop, which is linked in the description, and if you stay till the end, you might see a giveaway. And after I write my self-care goals, this spread is done. It's definitely not as perfect as I wanted it, and it doesn't look exactly like how I imagined it in my head, but that's the fun thing with my self-care journal. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it's all about the process of making art, and it really helps my mental health. Now on to my first weekly spread. Since I'm doing this a little bit later in February, it is already the 3rd. I'm going to start with the 4th Monday tomorrow, and I use some scrapbook paper and then my Ecoline brush pens to draw out the days of the week. This is also one of my stickers from my shop in the transparent color, and these are some pictures that I printed off on Pinterest. And that is it for my first week of February. I think I'm just gonna leave it at that and continue to make spreads as I go along throughout the month. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Every subscriber makes me feel so good. It makes me want to continue to make content, which is why I am For this giveaway, you'll get a 3-pack of stickers, including all of my Valentine stickers from my shop.